Okay, this is Grandma's house, and it is on Christmas Eve, and we're going to go inside and see Grandma's house on Christmas Eve. And welcome to Grandma's house on Christmas Eve.
Get over here.
Oh, where? Oh, okay, we need first of all...
Santa's over there, so you have to go in and close the door.
We need to get the entrance of Grandma's house. So pretty. There's Santa. Oh, here we go into Grandma's house. Christmas Eve. Oh, Santa's behind the door. Okay, there's Grandma's table. And all the little worker bees in the kitchen. Here is... Here is Grandma's living room. And all the presents. Pretty Christmas tree.
You can't really see this. It's fairly developed. It's got McDonald's and stuff.
Pretty Christmas tree.
Hook it up in there so that Kathy and
There's Pop.
Helen can see the plate.
Say hi, Pop. Say Merry Christmas.
I'll get it and I'll hook it up. Did ya?
You watch yours, you watch yours.
Okay, sounds like a deal. Should I go get
There's
it?
Dawn.
I'm gonna hook it up.
That's yours,
Yeah.
Donna? Is that yours?
No. That's hers.
Everyone is just very festive and happy. They're just so glad to see someone with a movie camera.
And it came to pass in those days that there went out a decree from Caesar Augustus that all the world should be taxed. And all went to be taxed, everyone into his own city.
I'm Joseph, and I'm going to Bethlehem to be taxed.
And I am Mary, Joseph's wife, and I came with Joseph. Didn't they know that I was pregnant and that I didn't want to travel?
It was a long and difficult journey. Joseph had to walk the whole way because Mary was in pain and had to ride the donkey. They arrived in Bethlehem just in the nick of time because Mary was in labor. Joseph tried to find a room for them to stay.
Please, ma'am, do you have a room? My wife is about to give birth to a baby.
No, go away.
Did I do that?
Joseph kept trying as Mary's contractions got closer.
Please, ma'am, my wife is about to have a baby. Can't you see she's pregnant?
No, go away.
But she's pregnant, see?
Well, there are some staples around the back. You can use if you want.
Okay, that'll do.
While they were there, Mary brought forth her firstborn son and wrapped him in swaddling clothes and laid him in the manger because there was no room for them in the inn.
We are witnessing a Caesarean section here.
We are the shepherds. We were in the same country watching our flock by night. Then something very strange happened. An angel appeared, and we were very afraid.
Fear not, for behold, I bring you good tidings of great joy. For today in the town of David a Savior has been born, which is Christ the Lord. This shall be a sign to you. You shall find the babe wrapped in swaddling clothes lying in a manger.
Let us go see this babe that the angel spoke about.
Now Jesus was born in the days of King Herod, and there came wise men from the east.
Tell me, wise guy, when did you last see this star that appeared in the sky?
It was yesterday.
Well, why don't you go and find this babe and bring him to me so that I can worship him.
I am the wise man, I've traveled so far, bearing my gift as I followed the star that shines ever so bright in the sky, marking the place where the child king does lie. King Herod told us to come to his throne, asked us to tell him when the star first shone. He wants us to find the child so that he may worship him. So he says, but we'll warn the parents that they should leave Bethlehem.
When they arrived, they found the babe and his mother, and fell down and worshipped him.
In a manger lies a baby, in a lowly cattle stall, and a star shines in the heavens, beckoning to all to follow in its brightness to the place where he lay, for the hope of all the world has been born to us this day. Sing hallelujah to this child, to this king, and shout glad hosannas for the gifts he does bring of hope and of love for all on the earth. Sing Gloria in excelsis for his wonderful birth. That's it.
Alright, just in the national queen house.
Oh, come, all ye faithful, joyful and triumphant, oh come ye, oh come ye to Bethlehem. Come and behold him, born the King of angels. Oh come, let us adore. Oh come, let us adore him. Oh come, let us adore him, Christ the Lord.
You was a good little baby, wasn't you?
Goodbye, Chris.
You both.
Stephanie, where'd you put your stuff? On the
Oh,
floor? Come on,
water,
sit on
she
the
said.
floor. Sit on the floor.
That awfully rough water, Daddy.
Hang on,
Look,
Steph.
Matthew.
Steph.
Forgot that one part. You're sitting there like that.
Maybe you don't want to get out of there.
That one's empty.
Woo!
Psych.
She cried. She cried.
Okay.
No. There's no
Sit
skill
on
in
the
the
floor,
boat.
guys.
Tipped over. The boat tipped over.
Where's Skittle?
I'll get it now.
What is this? Skittles. We cut out as Skittles, right? That's what she calls herself.
See her, she's Skittle. She's talking about herself. Skittle. Skittle, do it.
Skittle down, Skittle eat, Skittle do it.
Skittle,
Skittle
do it.
this, Skittle that.
Christmas trees on the floor. Skittle, do it.
It is dirty water.
That's what she said during prayer.
It is.
6 o'clock. 4 more hours. And we're
Which reads from the scriptures the real story that you just acted out. Because when Jesus was on the earth, he had his apostles, and 3 of them wrote about his life. And that's how we know the story that you acted out. Because the apostles wrote the story, and it's in the Bible. And the one that we read from each year is from who? Which apostle wrote it?
Luke.
Right. You're looking.
Why?
No, she knows because
Oh.
they read it.
Oh, okay. It's the one that is traditionally read is the version from St. Luke, who wrote this, okay? Now when we read this, you will see that it's what you just acted out. But these are the actual words that were written, okay? Dustin, quit staring at your Uncle Donald's mustache. Took him many years to grow up.
35 years, you
proud
can
of it.
have one too.
If you start now, like he did. And it came to pass in those days that there went out a decree from Caesar Augustus that all the world should be taxed. Everybody had to pay their taxes in those days, okay? And all went to be taxed, every one unto his own city. And Joseph also went up from Galilee, out of the city of Nazareth, unto Judea, unto the city of David, which is called Bethlehem. Now he went to Bethlehem because that's where Joseph was born originally. And he had to go back to the city and where he was born, and that's where he went to get taxed. So if we did that today, lots of you would have to go to different cities. Some would go to Salt Lake, and some would come here. And you'd have to go to different places to be taxed. And he had to be taxed with Mary, his espoused wife, being great with child. And so it was that while they were there, the days were accomplished that she should be delivered. She was going to have her baby. And she brought forth her firstborn son, and wrapped him in swaddling clothes, and laid him in a manger, because there was no room for them in the inn. And there were in the same country shepherds abiding in the field, keeping watch over their flocks by night. And lo, the angel of the Lord came upon them, and the glory of the Lord shone around about them, and they were sore afraid. And the angel said unto them, Fear not, for behold, I bring you good tidings of great joy, which shall be to all people. And this shall be a sign unto you, ye shall find the babe wrapped in swaddling clothes, lying in a manger. And suddenly there was with the angel a multitude of the heavenly host, praising God and saying, Glory to God in the highest, and on earth peace, goodwill toward all men. And it came to pass, as the angels were gone away from them unto heaven, the shepherds said one to another, Let us now go even unto Bethlehem, and see this thing which is come to pass, which the Lord hath made known unto us. And they came with haste, and found Mary and Joseph and the baby lying in the manger. And that is the true story of the birth of Jesus. And even though Jesus wasn't born in December, we celebrate the birth of Jesus every year at this time.
Born in April.
That's right.
April 6th.
Jesus was born on April 6th, which is a very special day for a couple of reasons, isn't it? Huh?
Do you guys, they got married, they'd have, our first anniversary of married, they'd have the Christmas, that was his gift, the Christmas tree. But when he went to give it to her, it had died and all the needles were on the floor.
And he had the original, genuine Charlie Brown Christmas tree. You remember that story?
Oh, I remember it now.
Yeah, you remember that? That's a, huh? That's a neat story, huh?
61 years ago tonight.
Do you know how long 61 years is? That's
Older than Grandpa.
That's even older than Grandpa.
It's even older than Grandpa.
There's very few things that can claim that.
Not many things are older than Grandpa. Right?
Right.
I know a lot of things.
Well, Pop, what do you want to say about your Christmas and your anniversary tonight? All of this fine brood here. Okay, kids, how the candy? Listen to Pop a minute.
Well, talking about that Christmas tree, it was very hard. We had very little money in those years because if you had $5 in your pocket, you was wealthy. But we didn't even have $1 in our pocket when we got married. And I thought, well, we got to have a Christmas tree. So I spent 25 cents to get a Christmas tree. It was about that tall. It was a beautiful tree. And I thought, well, I'm not going to tell nothing to her about it. We had a house. We rented the house. In fact, we got a beautiful home, $15 a month rent. I think 3 bedrooms or something like that. A big room, a big house anyway. And I put this Christmas tree, got it all ready to decorate, you know. put it on a stand beautifully, you know, and I locked it up in that clothes closet. It was in there for a week. There was dead air in there, and I didn't realize that at the time. When I opened it, when I surprised her with a present, I said, I got a present for you. That was our first Christmas tree, and I showed her not one of these leaves were on it. Everything was on the floor.
He got the surprise.
In the closet. So I said, now we got to have a Christmas tree. This was about 9 o'clock at night. We went around, tried to find where we could afford a Christmas tree. Well, we found another little one. We spent another quarter for it, you know, and we had our Christmas. That's our first Christmas we had. And then on our 50th anniversary, Virginia gave us a party over in a park where we live now, and they had a branch with no leaves on it or nothing. That was our Christmas tree.
The anniversary of the Charlie Brown Christmas tree.
Our second little tree, why we walked out and it was a beautiful, beautiful night, and it was snowing just ever so gently. The snowflakes were just falling, and then in St. Paul, there are a lot of trees, and in the wintertime, a lot of evergreen trees. And these snowflakes were resting on the branches of these trees. In fact, the next day it was a picture of it in the paper. It was called Winter Wonderland. But I always thought that Heavenly Father gave us that special, beautiful night for our wedding present. We didn't have money for each other, but we had that. Sorry.
Well, if we can spend...
And 61 years later, I look at all these beautiful little faces. Every one of them. And they're all I'm sorry. But I love you each so much. Every generation of you.
Well, I think if you gather the way we gather around, and always stuck together. I don't know, if somebody had a problem, we were there to help them. If we needed, it still stands the same. No matter what happens in this whole family right here, we can rely on one another. If we got a problem, I can go to Larry and Virginia and they'll help me. If they got a problem, they can help us. If these kids got a problem, they know that they can come, we can go to them. This is one family, period.
But I look at these dear little faces, and I think how blessed we are. So blessed to have this special, beautiful family.
And when we weren't sure if the business would succeed or not, we were all thinking about going to Kathy's basement and living in her basement in Utah, all of us.
No, not me. Not me.
We said, well, we'll all go to Kathy's basement and live in their basement.
I said, 7 kids, 3 or 4 dogs, and that mean old cat.
And I feel very fortunate to be part of. So thank you all for welcoming me into your family too.
Helen, like I said, you guys can fly home for Christmas next year.
and bring something with me, huh?
Yeah.
Well, Grandma would like to hear from the kids. Is that what it means to you? That's good.
Go this way, Heather.
The fun of giving
Yes,
to
Stephanie.
people.
Christmas means like our family getting together and having fun, and us being able to see our cousins.
That's a neat part of it, isn't it?
I
Yes,
got
Mr.
one.
Dustin.
Christmas means going to Grandma's.
Christmas means going to Grandma's house. You got to do that. You got to kind of put up with that, don't you? Jennifer, did you have something?
The fun of giving things to people.
And receiving things.
And receiving things. By the way, everybody did get lots of presents for Grandpa, didn't they? Matthew, yes.
Christmas is very special.
Why?
That really came from your heart, Matthew, I can tell.
Because the birth of the baby Jesus.
Birth.
It is. What else does Christmas mean to you, Matthew? Does it give out the traditions that you've learned since you was a little baby when you were Crystal's age? Anything?
Matt.
He's joining the kids.
Me?
No, go ahead. Speak.
What does Christmas mean to you?
I didn't raise my hand.
I know, but I figured I'd ask you anyway.
What?
But I figured I'd ask you anyway.
Ask Ashley.
She already told me,
I did?
but I'll ask you again, Ashley.
Why is everybody looking at
We're waiting for your
me?
answer.
We're waiting for your answer. We're waiting for
Oh,
some
I thought you were
profound.
asking Rita.
No, we're waiting for something very profound to come from you.
Because all of us get together and I like doing the Christmas play.
I'm glad you like it, because I like it too. Anybody else want to say anything?
Daddy wants to say something. Daddy's asleep.
Huh?
I do. You know,
Good.
one of the things that there was a talk show on a radio station, and wayward children, and one that's gonna be wayward children. Daddy. Anyway, and they were talking about delinquent children and a lot of the teenagers now who you know, commit suicide, and a lot of the depression and the various things that take place with a lot of the kids and families today. And they were talking about what is the one thing that around all, you know, all the surveys that they've taken and all the studies that they've done, what is the one thing that helps to keep people, who helps to keep the kids, you know, basically good and to being able to choose the right and be successful. And the one thing that it kept coming back to is family togetherness and traditions. Out of all the surveys, everything that they've done, the one thing that helps kids grow up to be successful is family togetherness and the traditions. And if you don't have traditions, you need to start traditions. And that consistency. And the first thing that clicked into my mind was Christmas.
Christmas Eve play.
Christmas Eve, traditional,
Christmas dinner.
get together with all the family, whether it be Thanksgiving, whether it be Christmas, whether it be birthdays, all the many times that we all get together as a family, and the support that the kids know that they have, and that togetherness. Because I know, you know, as they get older and they're going to do something wrong, they may not think, you know, well, what is mom and dad going to think? They may think, well, what is grandma and grandpa going to think? And it might make them think twice. But that was just...
Definitely makes all those hard knocks throughout the year just seem senseless. Just don't forget all of that.
brings things back into perspective.
Full circle.
And these two, who are about to begin a family, I hope.
They look at each other.
No pressure, you understand, but
you know, sometime in the near future,
That's
whatever,
safe to say.
whatever, you know, things bring them, and the fact that they, you know, maybe will be most likely moving away here pretty soon. Hope that they're able to take some of the family togetherness with them.
Absolutely.
And remember that, remember as you're raising your kids.
And no matter how hard it seems sometimes, think about, you know, because sometimes it seems sort of upset and get them all in the same room. Will they ever all be quiet and sit down? Will they ever all go get their little costumes on? It's worth a little bit of effort. Do you know what I mean? No matter how hard it seems, it's worth a little bit of effort to do it. Because it does make everybody feel real good about each other and kids and what feel that warmth, what radiates from each other.
You know, I gotta say something more. As old as I am, I'm 85 years old already. And I don't feel 85 though, if you solve it. If I don't know how to solve it, they'll help me. And they know that I do the same for them. That's what I call love.
It's a good feeling, huh, Pop?
I bet it is.
And I think it's nice.
Have a Christmas tree, almost.
well, one thing about Christmas Eve is I never have to worry about what I'm going to have for dinner. And that's neat. Yeah, Matthew?
Huh?
Did you want to say something? Or are you just waving?
I'm waving to the camera.
Oh. Well, it's always neat to have the special dinner that Grandma makes on Christmas Eve. And someday when Grandma's too old and too decrepit to make that dinner for her,
One of you's got
then
to
you have to carry it on and make the dinner.
Be next to your kids.
1, 2.
The normal, hey, you know what, the normal ones
Here's your
this
stocking.
gets easier
Oh, okay.
with a few uses. Mommy will
Thank you.
probably have to jump on that sucker about 4 times first.
Hey Dustin, what'd you find there?
Look, it's an army tank that folds
See, it's
out
just a
into
weight
a
thing
big
and it'll loosen
army
up
base.
with use.
Is that yours? Huh?
You know how to fold it? Happens with all the kids
I
around
think
here.
yours is the one that says
It'll go
Russ.
outside and it'll get broken in.
An army base.
This one
Huh.
is yours, not that other one. I'm glad I didn't get that girl. I don't want that girl. What girl?
Let's see what you got.
I got her.
She's pretty, Ray.
She's pretty. She's awesome.
Let's see, Karina. Neat.
My horse to go with her, but I only have one
All
little
right.
baby.
Well, it's around here somewhere. Here, let's take this one off.
Well, you know what? The one that says Kathy, but
I think that flips down that gate.
Too bad, Mom. I got one.
It opens up like a door.
Karina, or Ashley, what'd you find?
Oh, come here. Where'd you put it? I got these. Oh, and this is a way to launch the missile. And this
What is
You got
that?
to bed now?
goes like this. Okay.
Yeah, help her just opening it with her teeth.
Do you want me to help you open that, honey?